Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. As much as we grow through, I found out God is there with you. As much as we grow through, and we grow through a lot. We go through so much so somebody call you up, hey, what you doing? How you doing? Oh, I'm just over here going through. See, we go through so much that that's all we can say is I'm going through, and somebody can relate because they go through too. But one thing you must understand, into each life some rain must fall. It's going to fall on the just and the unjust. I got to tell you that because I want you to be aware. I want you to be aware so much so that when you see it raining outside, you can still have a beautiful day even though it's raining. The rain is not about being gloomy and depressed. The rain, the rain is of the earth. It's a natural process that waters the earth, that the earth needs. The earth needs rain. We also need rain because we can't just go through this life just handed everything. We got to grow through. We got to understand that through God is the victory. That's why a lot of times when people get a lot of money, they still ain't happy. What's wrong? You got all the money you can need. Why you still got problems? More money, more problem. That's the truth. So what we have to do, we have to put God first. Put God over all things. Don't put things over God. Don't seek don't seek after, things and then going after you get things, then you going to run and seeking on God, checking in on God. God just checking in. We're gonna go to church on Sunday and check in, and then we're gonna go out to eat and this and that and another. But Monday I'm going over such. Yeah, Tuesday Tuesday I got to be down there where they said, and then Wednesday, Sunday them coming over here. We finna go over there to Thursday and such that we got to go back over there and then we got to talk to them again. So by Friday I should know something, and then I head back over your way and I can tell you, because then around that time it's gonna be Saturday. We all gonna get together. We can get together over there. If they play, okay, we can go over there, Pookie them house. Go ahead over there on Saturday, because Sunday, I gotta go back to church. See, we check in with God one day a week. You check in with God on Sunday. Okay, put God back on the shit. I'm gonna go deal with this. I know what to do. I know how to handle. I can handle mine. I got this. I got a peace. Take peace. No, but not that peace. Take the other piece. Peace, that piece. Take that piece. Leave the other piece. Take God. God is the peace. God is the fix. God is the missing piece that the world needs. God is love. See, they done took God out of everything. God is just ain't in nothing no more. It's a crazy mixed up world. It's a dog world. The king said it. He said a mouthful. He spoke the truth. Because that's exactly what it is. Crabs in the bucket out to get mine. I'm going to snatch you down. You ain't even come. You ain't even getting up. I'm just going to go ahead and snatch you down while I'm trying to get up. I'm going to pull you down. Instead of us linking up. See, them crabs think, they could really come up out of that bucket if they put it together and come up, and come together just like they came up out that suitcase and went running all over the place, all over the airport. If they come together, they know what to do. They can stop some stuff, just like the Chiefs do. When the Chiefs come together, they can stop some stuff. So, we got to link up, lock up. We got to rise up. We got to rise up over the stuff, the mess. The big piles of mess is everywhere. It's just big piles of mess. They see, you stepped off in something. What in the world? How did I get over here? How did this happen to me? Lord, you had me over here doing it. And last thing I remember, I was over here doing it. Then this happened all of a sudden. But look, let me tell you something. As it is raining, God is our refuge. He is our bridge over troubled water. Use God to cross that bridge. God is the bridge over troubled waters. God is the way to get through anything. God will bring you up, pull you through, have you come up, over and out. For real. Have you come up, over, and out. Next thing you know, you looking back. How you get? Now, I don't even want to see it, honey. I done came through it. I don't want to look back. Ain't nothing to look back at. I took the L, the lesson, and I'm growing. And so, and as you grow, there's a way to deal with people. There's a way to talk to people and get everything you want, honey. And you ain't got to use not one single cuss word. See, you speak to people. You command their attention with your voice. You command their attention. You command authority. Hey, look, I'm trying to tell you something. Just as you would command their attention if you was angry and all riled up and ready to cuss somebody out. Ready to walk up, slap somebody and turn around and cuss them out real good. Just think about that. Just think about if you turn that positivity, turn that anger into positivity, channel it positively instead of cussing somebody out, command their attention. Hey, look, this ain't getting ready to go down like this. I'm getting ready to tell you what's getting ready to happen. This is how we gonna do this, decent and in order. I understand you got a way of doing things that you used to do. You used to walk up in somebody's house that you rent to, and whenever you feel like it. You don't walk all through like you own the place, because you do. I understand you got that right, but understand my rights. Understand this. You pay a mortgage where you live at. You depending on the income of this house. You pay a mortgage where you live at. How would you feel if the mortgage company come walking through when they feel like it, walking through your house? That you don't own that house, they do. How would you feel if they come walking through when they feel like it? Would you like that? So when I explained it that way, we had a different point of view. And I explained I'm not cleaning out the refrigerator, unless she buy me the equipment that I need and some gloves, but really I'm not prone to do it, really. So she said, no, that's okay. She get somebody to do it, and all these old appliances in here. There's about two or three dishwashers, a dryer, a refrigerator, two refrigerators, all stored up in here in this lighthouse, around me. All these old appliances that don't work. The dishwasher in the kitchen don't work. The furnace, the heater don't work. It howls and cries, and then it bangs and makes noise. I finally let somebody hear it. I let somebody turn it on so they can hear it. Matter of fact, I could turn it on and let you hear it. Let's just listen to the heat a while, because see, when we first moved in here last year, you're gonna hear some noise, old bones. I'm getting up. When we moved in here last year, the heater would sound like, you can hear it in the episodes from last year. The heater would sound like somebody was hitting it, like somebody was just taking a pipe and just banging it downstairs. So I'm getting ready to let you hear. I'm getting ready. Let's turn this off. And let's do this. So, see, listen to that. That ain't nothing. That's just how it starts off. It gets worse than that. It got so bad one night that at 2:00 in the morning, I called them up because the thing woke me up out of my sleep. It was howling so, like a siren going on, like it was getting ready to explode. So they had to come over here out of their sleep. And you know what? This thing been making noise every time you turn it on. Every time you try to use some heat. These old radiator pipes, and then this water pressure down there is popping and cackling and doing all kind of different things, making all kind of noise. This is 100-year-old lighthouse. This house is old. Anytime the window slide up by itself, stuff just fall by itself. Ain't nobody touching nothing, but something gonna fall. It always do. I had went down in the basement today, and looking at some of that stuff my son got down there. I was just looking at, cause he got some clothes he had brought over here, and I was just looking at some of his stuff. But as I was turning to get ready to come back up the steps, I heard walking in the kitchen. And so I thought my daughter was down there. She upstairs. I thought she was there, and so I just assumed it was her. This is the thing still going on, but it gets louder and worse than this. I could hear footsteps all up there around the door of the basement door, just back and forth at the door, back and forth. I turned and look up the steps, and I could see through the crack of the door. The door got little cracks. It's an old house. I could see something moving back and forth in there. I thought it was my daughter, because she get up and don't say nothing a lot of times. I go upstairs. Nobody. She's upstairs. I thought she was hiding because the footsteps were very loud. We've heard disembodied voices in here. And we've also, with that window back there sliding up by itself, the issues that I dealt with the cat was possessed. Animals and people become possessed. See, that's why you have good, sweet animals and bad animals. Good, sweet people and bad people. Good and bad in all things. Good and bad in everything. So we got to find the good. That may have very well been a sweet pit bull, because he never did bark at me when he ran to me and hit the door of the car. But it just showed me I don't want to take no more chances like that, because you don't know. But I believe that one thing I know. I don't profess to have all the answers, but one thing I know this answer. God is love, and love is the medicine that the world needs to grow. We need to change hearts and minds to grow. We all need to be the beacon of change to change the world, to make a difference for all of us, for each one of us. If not us, who? If not now, when? Grow. Let's grow. Let's be the role models. See, here I am on a podcast, daily podcast, dedicate my life to God, because God is grow and grow is God. I'm going to tell you about grow. I'm going to tell you about God. That's what we talk about. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. God. I love the Lord. God is love, and God has shown me love. God has shown me grace and mercy, because I look within. I look for God within, and I know God is all around me. See, because I put aside the evil, the hate, the oppression, and I had to grow. I had to understand that this is a part of life. All is evil and hate. But what we got to do, we got to be the change. We can't sit back and wait on somebody else. We can't sit back, see what God gonna do. Come on, God, we waiting on you. Well, when is God gonna come back? God ain't never left you. God is still there within you. The rod and the staff is what comforts you. You got to grab hold of the rod and the staff. You got to trust in the Lord. You got to trust the process and grow in God. You got to take the rain, because the rain gonna come. The rain gonna come again. Some rain ain't gonna come again. It ain't gonna be them kind of storm. You ain't gonna see that another storm once in a lifetime. Some folks don't even see a kind of storm like that in their lifetime, where they get wiped out. Some storms gonna come and they gonna wipe you out. I know, because I've been through one. I've been through a storm that wiped me out, honey, but thus said the Lord. God is my refuge. God kept me. God carried me and brought me through, over and out. I done growed over. I done growed through. I done came out. I'm on the other end. So see what's going on now. What's happening right now. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can see. Oh, I gotta turn this off. It's smoking. It's doing something. Smell like it's smoking, honey. Getting hot or something. I turn that off. Leave that thing alone. No, we ain't gonna be bothered with that. See, that's what I'm saying. But you want to walk through, and you heard this. She heard that noise. She was sitting right there in the chair when the thing was on last year, and it made her jump out of her skin, because when it came on that time, it was the pipe. Something down. It sounded like it hit the pipe, like bam, and she jumped. She like, what's that? That's your pipe. Down there doing that. That's what's. Well, I'm gonna get somebody to look at it. Never did. But you want to walk through and look at this old appliance. See, they said, that's what she said again. That she said that today. She called me over. I heard him over there next door laughing and giggling and cackling, having a good old time. Said she want to come over here in 10 minutes and walk through. No, ma'am, it's not a good time. See, I understand it's your property, but you can't just walk through when you feel like it. See, you got to walk through when it's good with me. I understand you can walk through when you want to walk through. But see, I got the right too. I got a right to peace. I got a right to have peace up in here. I don't pay you to walk through. I don't pay you to come through. I don't need you to come through and walk through. I got this over here. That same thing over there with him. Wanting to peek in, want to come through, want to work on the car, want to do all kind of little different stuff. I want to be your man, playing that outside. You got a wife over there. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. People, people will pull you in their oppression, honey. They will pull you all in a drama, in a foolishness. And then there you go, getting all upset and worked up, because I tell you, it was stressful. Thinking of, because see, she told me a few days ago, last week, I'm coming over. And then say when. I said, well, when? I'll let you know. And didn't let me know nothing till 10 minutes before. No, see, we can't do like that. We got to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. See, you trying to bring some oppression over me, and I got some wisdom to bring over you. I'm getting ready to tell you how it's going to be. You ain't just going to walk through here anytime you want to. I understand you can, but you ain't. Not here, not like that. No, see, you got to set up some boundaries, because if you don't set up boundaries, and you'll just fall for anything. You'll just fall for the okie doke. People, the rope you see, they want to rope you in. She want to come over here and look at the refrigerator. They've been looking at the refrigerator ever since last year. The refrigerator, I told you about the refrigerator this time last year. The refrigerator, she said, yeah, it was clean, but yeah, it was clean when I got in here. The refrigerator was wiped out a little bit, well, not too much, but it was okay. I had to wipe it out some more. But then the thing started leaking all in my food, leaking all that, and been leaking ever since. And she been having them come over here and look at that refrigerator and dragging Sears. Sears been out of business. You still trying to drag a company that's out of business. That's why they went out of business, because they can't uphold their contracts. Honey, I'm tell you something. She drugged Sears. You got a maintenance agreement, and I know about the maintenance agreement. I used to sell them things out in California. I used to work for Sears. I know all about it. But Sears is out of business. Sears can't pay nobody. Sears can't do anything. Don't you know Sears filed for bankruptcy? And you one of the creditors trying to go back at Sears? You still trying to make Sears pay, and you see Sears and went out of business? What kind of mess is that? You supposed to be on the bankruptcy, not trying to hold this company and hold me hostage with this old refrigerator. Refrigerators ain't meant to last like that. Sears, how long Sears been out of business? I know Sears been out of business long since this refrigerator been made. It's been a long time. She trying to drag Sears in it. And Sears, Sears had to. I don't know how she got a hold of somebody named by Sears. Ain't no Sears no more. See, because now they had the contract out with another company to come over here 2 or 3 times to look at the refrigerator. Then she want to come look at it. When she come look at it, she bring 2 or 3 people with her to look at it. Everybody want to walk through. What's over here that you want to walk through and see? Ain't nothing over here but these old appliances. Get this stuff out of here. That's what you walk through and get. Come walk through and get it out of here so I can have some peace. Because if then you can walk through, put it where you want. May have a museum. Put it over there and y'all can walk through, have free admission, however way you want to do it. You can have a mute. See, that's what they think. This is a museum over here for old appliances, and they want to walk through and see it, free admission. Come in and see it when you want to. Come look in the refrigerator, see if I got refreshments, whatever going on. See what's happening over here. Everybody want to peek in and look in. Over here ain't nothing to see except God. I can show you God. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I can show you how you ain't finna take me there. I can show you how I ain't getting ready to go there. I can show you how I ain't getting ready to die over in the spiritual warfare. I'm going to grow from there. Because, see, God has already gave me wisdom. God has already shown me the way. God has already shown me that I'm the beacon of the light. And I know the way. The way is through love. The truth is the light. And the light is love. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. The truth is love from God above. So take the love and the rain and grow, my beloved. Take the rain and the side you got from God and grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. That's how we gonna do it. Honey, we ain't getting ready to let these people take us there. See, you can tell you can make somebody, you can make things grow your way in God without having to say a single cuss word. You can command their attention. Hey, look, this is how it's going to be. We're going to set up some boundaries. See, this what you ain't going to do. You ain't going to run this over here. You can run whatever you want to run, but you ain't going to run it over here. It don't run like that. What's ran over here is God, and things are done decent and in order. You want to walk through and see the museum, you got to make an appointment. The museum ain't always open. You want to walk through, see your old appliances still sitting up in here. Ain't nobody going to do nothing with this mess. I don't want this mess. I don't want nothing you got. I just want some peace. You got some of that? Give me some peace. Bring some peace over here and drop that off. And carry this stuff on back with you and leave the peace. That's what we're looking for. Peace. 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 Bring us the peace. Bring us the peace. Where is the peace? Where is the peace? Honey, I'm looking for peace. Ain't I told you last year? Yep. Ain't I told you last year, honey, I've been looking for peace. I had to run from the cat. He wouldn't give me peace. Spiritual warfare all around the lighthouse. It's been too cold for them to be over here mowing. They ain't started that up yet, but that's coming pretty soon. They get ready to get that started again. All these lawnmowers and different. If you see this yard, you wouldn't believe it. But it'd be like tractors and stuff over here, and you got little pieces of yard. Just peace. It's just a piece of yard. Everybody want a piece. It's just piece of yard out there. It ain't all that to be doing all that. And everybody got a different day. On one day he come, the other day he come, the other day he doing it, the other day he doing it. It's like everybody got one day a week, and it's gonna be something. I'm telling you, it's something, honey. So we gotta do some different things. God working it out. It's gonna be all right. I'm trusting in the Lord. I'm giving it all over to God. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom, because I gotta grow. It's either grow or die. I love you. Peace be still. Let's grow.